Hello my friends, this is the video that I made on SOFI just about a week ago on December 15th of this year, when the price of this asset was, as you can see right here, at $27.38 at pre-market hours and at $27.28 at regular hours. And at this point my main assumption was that as long as this bottom holds and SOFI basically touched the golden pocket range, statistically the most probable range of trend reversal, we have all the chances to retest this swing high and this swing high of the B wave as well. And guys, take a look right here. But wait a second, I will remove first of all the QQQ index. We were at this point, and since I made my previous video, this asset went lower and it basically broke the golden pocket range, retested the next fib level of 0.786 and had a very good bounce. And yes, technically speaking, I was wrong, but I also told you that we shouldn't break this bottom, this swing low at $23.66 in order to remain bullish, but in the medium-term perspective. And guys, if you want to know more about technical analysis, if you want to enhance your trading skills, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel and join my Patreon account. And guys, you've seen many of my trade calls, all delivering strong returns in just hours. Now it's your turn to trade smarter. Join my Safe Haven Patreon tier, built for traders who want consistency, structure, and real results. You will get a detailed plan to protect your portfolio, monthly one-on-one Zoom sessions with me, and private Discord access with all trade alerts, lessons, and exclusive updates. And here is the best part. If you don't earn more than your subscription price within 30 days, you will receive a full refund, no question asked, as long as your trading account balance is at least $2,500 and you've taken all the recommended trades during the period. No excuses, no fine print. You profit or you don't pay. Here are just a few of my trade results from the first half of October. But don't wait, this offer is available for a limited time only. Once the spots are filled, enrollment will close. Join today and let's start building your edge in the market.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And on today's video, guys, I will show you the price action of SOFI. I will show you two major cases that might come to fruition within next several weeks, and one of them is bullish, one of them is bearish, and I will show you what crucial points do we have in order to diversify one case from another. On top of that, I will show you some news that might be the driver of SOFI's price action for the next couple of weeks. And let's begin with some fundamentals. First of all, if you type in Google search bar SOFI stock and switch to new stock folder, you will see the most recent news. And first of all, I want to pay attention to this one that was published on Seeking Alpha. SOFI, time to exit this fintech darling. And let me quote you this summary. SOFI Technologies delivered strong Q3 revenue and member growth, but remains heavily reliant on unsecured personal loans. SOFI's technology platform growth is slowing and profitability remains early stage with a persistent gap between adjusted EBITDA and GAAP net income. Recent share dilution, insider selling, and analyst EPS downgrades have significantly worsened SOFI's risk-to-reward profile. SOFI trades at a premium to peers, with intrinsic value estimated 31% below its current share price, sell rating maintained. And guys, I have to admit that I disagree with these statements, and let's argue with them one by one. First of all, the growth of SOFI platform is still quite high, and we cannot rely on the lack of growth as long as this company is still growing. And for now, it has a huge amount of people who are new customers for SOFI, and with the new tools, with the new functionality of its application. we will see more and more customers for SOFI in foreseeable future. On top of that, about the dilution and insider selling, let me show you that this stock filed 2 additional public offering. One of them was made right after this substantial spike in price on the previous earnings report that happened at the end of July. You can see it right here, and it immediately bounced back, but it didn't have a substantial decline in its price, and it didn't even break this low. Instead of this, with all this additional money, the price of SOFI hit much higher targets, and it grew by 54% since this announcement happened and since the decline happened. On top of that, I believe that they recently just announced another $1.5 billion of additional public offering, and despite this, this asset didn't break this lowest point, and basically it holds above even $25 mark, which is also quite bullish sign. And you have to put into the consideration that they have more than basically almost $4 billion cash on hands that will be used in order to make some kind of mergers and acquisitions. And guys, we don't know when this will be announced, and we don't know who will be the partner of SOFI, but it will definitely propel the intrinsic value of SOFI Technologies, and that will be reflected on the SOFI stock price. That is why, guys, I believe that it is not the case for SOFI. On top of that, SOFI trades at a premium peers with intrinsic value estimated 31% below its current share price. Let's take a look at the analyst's forecast. You can find it right here, and as you can see, it is exactly within the consensus analyst price target of around $27.4 mark. Yes, it has the lowest price target that is set by some analysts at the level of $12 and the highest at $38. But among 17 analysts, SOFI is hovering right in the middle of these projections. That is why I don't see a lot of downside potential from this side as well. On top of that, the most recent sell-off, insider sell-off, let me show you this list. You can see that Rachel Jeremy sold some of his shares, and yes, he sold it basically on December 17th. But guys, take a look right here. We have several other sales that were prescribed by the documents, and you can see that Keo Kelly, he consistently sells about 10,000 of his shares, but he still has more than 265 shares on hands, and he does it basically each and every month. On 20th of each and every month he sold the exact pretty much 10,000 shares of his own stocks. And yes, it is not the bear sign, especially if you put into the consideration that Anthony Notta himself, the CEO of this company, he only purchases his stocks, and he does it basically on consistent basis when the price is at lower levels, and he didn't sell any of his shares basically from the very end of 2022. And that is why I don't encourage you to rely on this news. Let me show you the most important news that propel the price of SOFI from December 18th. Here is the official SOFI Twitter account, and you can see the future of on-chain settlement is here. Today we launched SOFI USD, a fully reserved stablecoin issued by SOFI Bank, positioning us as a stablecoin infrastructure provider for other banks, fintechs, and enterprise platforms. We are the first nationally chartered retail bank to issue a stablecoin on a public, permissionless blockchain, combining our regulatory strength as a national bank with transparent, fully reversed on-chain technology. SOFI USD is available now for internal settlement activity and coming soon to all SOFI members. And guys, as you can see, it was published on December 18th, and right after this announcement was made, the price of SOFI went up from this swing low to the current price by 8.41%. And let's continue with the technical analysis, but before we dive deep right here, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell, and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. So guys, let me show you that if I add QQQ index on this price chart, you can see that SOFI is basically mimicking the price action of QQQ index, despite that it had its own news, but it was a coincidence or confluence, so let's put it this way, that it was announced at the lowest point for the QQQ movement. And since then, they are moving pretty much simultaneously. And that is why, guys, you have to keep in mind the overall sentiment for the broader market. And I believe that the broader market will hit this previous swing high and will go higher within the next couple of weeks. It is just my opinion, but I think we might see the movement to the upside. And let's continue with the price action of SOFI itself. Let's zoom out to, let's say, 12 hours time frame. And guys, on a bigger scale, we've completed one wave to this top. This is the second, potentially this is the third, this is the fourth, and we are about to see the next leg to the upside. But I also might have a quite different count. First of all, we've completed on a smaller scale from this bottom first wave, second wave, this might be the third wave. This is the fourth and this is the fifth. Technically speaking, this entire movement from this bottom to this top, or to this top, to the top of the B wave that I marked right here, is the entire third wave. This means we might have some kind of retracement to the downside to complete its next leg to the downside, to complete its retracement, and then it should be a movement to the upside. But at the same time, guys, you can see that previously this asset had an overthrow in its B wave when it formed its first wave. This was the top of the first wave. This is A, B, C correction to the downside. And we have pretty much the same structure right here. This is the first wave, this is the second. And from this point we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is internal third wave. This is nothing else but an ABC to the fourth wave, and from this point we have to see another leg to the upside to complete its fifth wave. Let's adjust this tool. I want let me do it like this, because I want to be as precise as possible. And this is the new price targets for, wait a second, for SOFI Technologies to complete its fifth wave. And that is why, guys, we have two options. One of them that we have to hit this green rectangle directly from the current price. In this case, it shouldn't break $25.23 and what is more importantly, $23.72 marks. In this case, it will retest these previous swing highs and most likely it will hit this green rectangle. Otherwise, if I am completely wrong, we have to see this type of retracement to the downside. A, B, and C to the downside, and this bottom will be determined a little bit later in the future if it breaks these two bottoms. And from this point, it also has to hit higher targets, and the price target will also be determined when this bottom is formed. That is why, guys, overall I am bullish on SOFI, but we have two options: direct movement to the upside and the movement to the upside from the lower levels. And if you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and see you in the next video. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack.